Hello everybody, and thank you for watching once again. Today we are doing another video. We are out here on the range and we're going to do a review on the Crossman Vigilante 177 and BB caliber right here. This is the gun we've got right here. It's a gun I've had for about maybe 2 years or so. It's a very awesome gun. It served me well for a long time. We're going to be doing some chronograph testing. We're going to be doing some pellet and BB testing. We're just going to be doing having some fun here on the range, and maybe we'll do a hunt later on in the end of this video. But without further ado, let's get into the video, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Okay guys, so the first test we're going to be doing here is with these two targets right here, situated at about 10 yards. We're going to do a chronograph coming up pretty soon, but first thing we're going to do is a test with this gun right here at 10 yards. That's the best range I've found for this pistol, and pistols are supposed to be at closer ranges anyway. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be scoring each different one, and we're going to see which one's more accurate, if it's more accurate with BBs or with a few pellets that I've got here in this bag. These are Daisy BBs, and you can get 6,000 in just a single container like this one for a very cheap price. This is just at Walmart. This is a steel BBs, and that's kind of what they look like in there. And then we're using some Winchester 7.6 grain pellets. So I'm going to write it down on this sheet of paper, and we're going to go ahead and score each of the results on those two targets. So the left side right here is going to be for BBs. The right side right over there is going to be for pellets. So we're going to go ahead and get started and see what these guns can do. Okay guys, so if you don't already know, this gun uses CO2. I have a whole pack right here of Crossman CO2. It's about $1 a piece, just depending on what pack you get. If you get a larger pack, it's usually going to be a little bit less than that. This is $12 for a 15 pack, so a little bit less than $1 there per CO2 cartridge. And that'll be around 40 shots for you. 40 good usable shots that'll kill anything up to something like the size of a rabbit. But probably keep it around that rat or pest control range. It's really good for pest control. I actually did a video a while ago, and I did catch a few rats with this gun. And I do a lot of snake. Whenever there's a snake around our property, I always shoot snakes with this gun, like a rattlesnake, obviously, but not any other snakes. So as I already showed you, the BBs, you put the BBs in this way, like so. But for the pellets, you're going to want to do it the other way. Let's see here, got the BB stuck in there. I'll just shoot it out real quick here. Okay, so that's how you want to put the BBs in, but for the pellets, you want to do the exact opposite way, because you're putting it in like this. So the pellets need to be facing this way so that the air can encase right in that little skirt and push that pellet outside of the barrel there. So we're just going to stick them in like that and just get them in there, and then we'll take a few shots. Okay guys, so here's the results right here. Definitely, not awesome, but it is a pistol, so I think it's fine. Definitely, most of the shots were going here to the side, so good to know. So I'll just have to aim a little bit more to this side in order to get, where I want to on the thing. But it is a very nice little gun. It'll shoot cans all day long for you if that's what you want to do at this range. But that's kind of what it's looking like on paper for the BBs. We're going to go ahead and check out the pellets and see what kind of results they do. Okay guys, so looking at the results right here, I think it did just a bit better. You can see a lot of those shots are double shots right here, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think there's 10 somewhere in there, maybe a third shot, maybe a third shot right in here or something like that. This is falling off real. I gotta secure that a little bit more, but you get the point. This is a little bit of a tighter group, nothing too much better, but it's better than the BB, so I think the win on the accuracy for this gun right here is going to be with the pellets and not with the BBs. It is cool that you do get the option for both, and both will perform pretty well. I almost always use BBs because they are cheaper, and they also do go a little bit faster. They're not by much, but they do go a little bit faster, and that's just personally what I like. This gun is pretty accurate. It does actually come with adjustable rear sights here, so you can adjust that for windage or elevation or whatever you want to do. But that's basically what you get for this pistol. It is mostly metal. This is a metal construction right here. This is plastic. This barrel is plastic, but most of it's metal. We do also have plastic guards right here. That's where you put the CO2. Very nice, fun little gun. We're going to do some chronograph testing tomorrow. The battery ran out today, but we'll do that. So you can see that the group, not the best, but this will kill if you've got a good target and you're aiming at it. It will kill, I promise you that, because I've shot a lot of rabbits, ground squirrels, and cans, just whatever, and it's actually very, very accurate. So that's going to wrap it up for the accuracy. Tomorrow we're going to get back out here on the range, and we're going to do a little bit of chronograph testing, and then we'll be doing some hunting as well. So you guys stay tuned for that, and we'll get it done. Okay guys, so it is the next day, and we're doing some chronograph testing, and we're also going to see how many shots you can get per fill at about average. Anyway, right now we're going to see, I'm going to show you guys some pretty quick how to reload. See the cartridge here. That one had a little bit of air in there, but it definitely had started to taper off. A lot of the shots weren't even coming out of the pistol. You can see that shot was fired halfway, but it didn't go even all the way out of the chamber. So I do know that this air wasn't pushing those pellets out where we needed them to be. So we've got another CO2 here. You unscrew that. What you're going to do is you're going to push, just kind of screw that in. And you'll hear a whoosh of CO2 like that. But just make sure it's not too loud. If a little bit, it's fine, and it usually does happen when you're screwing that on, but you don't want to have too much. So that was fine, but that's how you should reassemble your gun. That's how to put the CO2 in the chamber. Then you just take a few dry fire shots just to make sure it's working. As you can see, that's a nice healthy sound. And now we know it's working. So now what we're going to do is check the velocity and about how many shots you can get, you know, that are average velocity out of each CO2 cartridge in this gun here. So without further ado, let's go get it done. Keep in mind these are the BBs and not the pellets, so let's take another shot here, see what it does. It's an error. 416 for the BBs here. The first shot, 412. 393. I think that must be it, right?
Yep, we're out.
Okay, so we're out of BBs right now. So the average spread was around 400 feet per second. I'm not going to go into specific details, but we're going to write their velocity down and figure out the averages. But we're going to do the pellets next, and we're just going to see what the velocity is for them as well. Okay, guys, so now we're going to shoot 6 shots with the pellets. Got it all loaded up. Let's see what this gun will do here with the pellets.
417.
So that was really good. Let's see, take this shot here.
396. 401. 397. 386.
Average was around 400 feet per second with the pellets. So keep in mind that the pellets are 7.6 grain and the BBs are usually around 5.4 grain. So since they are lighter, they will be going a little bit faster, but there's not a big disparity between them. And I think either one is a solid option for shooting or doing really whatever you want, because they're very very close to each other right there. And we did get 5 readings out of the 6 shots we took with pellets, but only 3 readings out of the 6 shots we took with the BBs. So maybe that attributed to the lower velocity average here, but I'm not going to talk anymore like a mathematician, because I am certainly not one. So now we're going to move on to our next challenge and just see how many shots we can get with this gun without you know, totally dropping off the tank here. We are using a single CO2 basically for this whole video, so we're going to just see what kind of shot count you're going to be expecting for this gun. Okay guys, so right now we're going to be doing just a full send test. So this gun, if you don't already know, can go in double action and single action, which is a really cool feature. And what double action and single action mean here, let me demonstrate, is you pull like this, you can shoot like that. That's single action. Double action, it's like that. So you just pull the trigger instead of pulling the hammer back before you do that. So he's gonna just full send a 6-round magazine here full of BBs at a target over there. We're gonna let you guys see it, and it'll be pretty interesting to watch. You know, it's just gonna full send. It's gonna be pretty awesome. This gun is by no means automatic. Automatic is when you hold down that trigger and it just spews out BBs or pellets or whatever it is you're shooting. But this is semi-automatic, so every time he pulls that trigger, it's gonna be another shot. So without further ado, let's get shooting and start having some fun.
Let's get shooting.
Okay, that's 10 shots.
Wow.
Fast. I don't know how many of those actually hit the target, but that's how fast you can shoot that thing. Guys, so taking a few more shots. Let it rip. Okay guys, so that's how it's going to end for the CO2 cartridge. We actually were able to take 48 shots per fill. So not bad at all. Definitely really good for a CO2 gun. So 48 shots per CO2 cartridge is what I'm meaning by that. We only were able to take 2 shots out of this last magazine round here. And then the air was not enough pressure to even push one of these pellets outside of the chamber here, which is weird, but you know, it is what it is. And 48 shots is nothing to be ashamed of right there. That's a lot of power and a lot of shots, and definitely going to kill any of your pests, or just, you know, you can have a lot of trigger time and you can just have some fun. Or if you want to practice for using a real gun, of course it's not going to have the kick that a real gun does, but it's definitely a good practice and a lot safer, especially if you're in like your rural or suburban type setting. So this is definitely a good gun for any of those kind of people. Definitely not a good hunting gun, definitely a pest control gun, but not a hunting gun. So you're not going to go out there and kill some bigger animals out there. So, but this is a very fun gun, and it will satisfy most of your pesting needs. Okay guys, so that's about what I have to say on this gun itself. It's a pretty nice little gun. It was $48 or $38 when I got it on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description. It might be more because of inflation and what else, you know, with the gun market and all that kind of stuff. But definitely a very reasonable price, and you're getting about 48 good full power shots before your tank runs out. And the CO2 tanks, you can get about 15 of them for only 12 bucks at any Walmart, or it might be even cheaper on Amazon. But just a very nice little package. It comes with 2 magazines right here, one for BBs and then one for pellets and BBs. This is a 10-round magazine, and this is a 6-round magazine right there. So just a very nice and a very user-friendly option for, you know, shooting and just getting into the CO2 powered pistol market. That's just a really good gun. So that's what I have to say about it. What do you have to say about it, Angel?
I gotta say, I would really consider getting one of these, and I'll be sure to check it out later.
That's going to be it for today's video. I want to tell you guys before we end today's video, I was not sponsored by anybody to do any of the reviews I do. I do them solely because this is exactly how I feel. And then I know you feel the same way, because it's just a fun gun. We've been having a whole bunch of fun here on the range, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and whether or not you do that, I hope we'll see you on the next one.